Coming up on today's show, we talk about how our athletes practiced over spring break, gas prices for our students, the latest school musical, and our school's very first Springfest. Let's start the fire. Get ready for this week's episode of LETV. Good morning, LE. I'm Chloe Coleman. Today is April 17th, and we welcome you back to the new and improved LETV. One side of athletes that we don't get to see is their sacrifice. Several athletes still had to show up and compete over spring break. Let's cut to Malie Croft for this inspiring segment.
Student athletes work very hard throughout the season, but what do their lives look like on a week off from school? Many student athletes still have to participate in their sports over the break. This is true throughout all sports seasons, but we are focusing on spring sports, specifically boys soccer and softball.
Next one. Let's go!
For the soccer team, playing over break was not only an opportunity to play other teams, but also to improve on their skills.
So our team actually played really well. They actually came together and they played the game plan that we were hoping to play. And that is, we want to see a lot of passing, a lot of touching, and moving for each other, and that's exactly what they did. So that's what we've been practicing, and it seems like some of the things we're actually been talking about and doing are showing up on the field, and that's exactly what we want.
Athletic teams faced both highs and lows throughout spring break. Although the soccer team lost in their match against Spring Valley, the softball team was able to experience a great win against their opponent.
We had 2 home runs, and we got the W, 17-0. That's my favorite thing about today's game.
For the Lady Demons softball team, some players had a neutral opinion on participating in sports over spring break.
Well, it gets me prepared. It keeps me active over break. It keeps me ready to come back the next week. I do want the break. I would like to relax, but it does keep me prepared for the next week.
For others, some were disappointed that they weren't able to participate in fun activities due to their sport.
I can't go fishing, go to the beach, can't give me some tan lines.
While not being able to do fun activities due to their sport, the work put in does reflect the dedication of players. Reporting for LETV, I'm Malie Croft.
Thank you, Malie, for that segment. This week's Trident Talk is a current economic discussion, gas prices and how they affect our students. Let's cut to Lacey Brazel for this informative segment.
What's up, Ellie? As of late March 2026, U.S. gas prices have spiked significantly, with the average nearing $4.60 per gallon. Me and my fellow LETV reporters Gage Tankersley, Bea Hardy, and Illyria Wiedemann went around the school asking students and staff about how these gas prices have affected them.
How do y'all feel about the current gas prices?
I feel like they're very unreasonable, and I feel like they should go back to how they was.
The gas prices have went up significantly for me. Personally, my gas prices went from $32 to $42. So now I don't have enough personal money to hang out with my friends more or go do stuff like my hobbies more.
The Middle East produces 40.5% of global oil reserves, which has nearly been halted due to the ongoing conflict.
My gas bill has went up about half of what it currently was for my wife's car and my car. My wife has a hybrid plug-in car, and her gas still is high.
Gas shouldn't be $5, bro. That's way out of pocket. $5? 5 buckaroos? You gotta be kidding me, bro.
In just a month, gas prices in South Carolina have gone up about $1. South Carolina's average gas price was $3.86 a gallon this week, while a month ago the average cost was $2.61. A price of $4.49 per gallon is expected over time.
How do you feel about the current gas prices?
I think gas prices are pretty high. It's affecting a lot of people in a negative way. It's not just what you put in your car, but everything that's going to get shipped by boat, plane, or truck, those prices are going to go up too.
For me, it is extremely troubling because I have a pickup truck and I travel about 40 miles or so to work every day. So I'm having to gas up twice a week, which means that it is extremely expensive to gas up my truck.
I mean, it's made me now not really want to go out and stuff because I don't, have that much money. I have to pay for my own gas, and I just don't have the money for it sometimes.
My daughter texted me that in Alabama it is $4.40 a gallon.
$4.40. Wow. Okay.
And so it's adding up, and I worry about her being able to afford coming back and forth to visit.
Reporting for LETV, I'm Lacey Brazel.
Thank you, Lacey, for that story. Every spring, our theater department produces a musical. This year, the production was The Little Mermaid. So let's travel under the sea to become a part of this magical show with Gage Tankersley.
On April 10th and 11th, the Dramatic Demons Department showcased their spring musical, The Little Mermaid. Students of LE have been working hard for months to bring this musical to life, both back and on stage. In the world of musicals, performers often face the challenge of memorizing complex songs and scenes.
Probably Beluga Savruga, because the words are Latin and honestly just kind of funny. So it was hard to memorize and actually say the right words.
Auditions can often be a very nerve-wracking experience, but for most actors, choosing a character to audition for is an extremely personal decision.
I wanted to audition for The Little Mermaid because this is going to be my final show because I'm a senior, and I wanted to have a chance at theater one more time. I chose to audition for Ariel because I wanted to do a big character for my final show. I am pretty busy this year, so I wanted to go all or nothing basically.
I actually didn't audition for Ursula. I auditioned for Flounder, but when we went to callbacks, I was asked to sing a song for Ursula, and I felt that the part really resonated with me and my personality.
Musicals are always filled with unforgettable moments that leave audiences captivated.
I really like Les Poissons. It's a song near the end with the chef. He chases around Sebastian, and the choreography is really fun. I think it's a good song.
Choosing the right musical for a school production is no easy task, and it often reflects both artistic visions and student interest. When casting for a school musical, it is important to cast the right people so the production is the best it can be.
So I think it's a classic musical that everybody can come and see and enjoy, and that brings the community together. And it's a really good coming-of-age tale. I hope that everyone in the audience really enjoys the show and that the actors and technicians have had a blast working on it. It's been an amazing experience and really fun to work with everyone and get to see where we started and how we've grown.
Reporting for LETV, I'm Gage Tankersley.
Thanks, Gage. LE held their first Springfest on Saturday, May 28th. This event was new to the community and to our students. Let's cut to Peyton Mobley for this festive segment. On March 28th, a special group of students and staff came together to hold Springfest. This event was a fun way for students to explore many different clubs that LE has to offer. Also offering a fun egg hunt, bouncy house, karaoke, and more, Springfest was a great way for our community to come together and have fun. However, having all these activities, the event's low turnout calls to question the support for student-led initiatives. Springfest was led by students who wanted to make an impact on the Kershaw community. Proceeds from this event went towards supporting Food for the Soul.
Each club and food truck that is here, they are taking their proceeds for themselves, but 10% of those proceeds are going to go to Food for the Soul, and then that 10% from each club and each food truck go together, and we're going to give them the Food for the Soul.
Despite the good cause for Springfest, the lack of community participation was disappointing for those responsible. This was mainly due to larger commercial events held in Kershaw County.
They were able to decide on the 28th, way back in January. And we got closer to March and we realized that that is now the day of the Carolina Cup, and so it kind of screwed us over a bit and we kind of struggled to get a lot of involvement.
While attendance was limited, the students still felt supported by administrators who helped put this event together.
I think they did a great job, especially Miss Quam and Miss Carbaugh and Mr. Wright and our athletic department were extremely supportive.
For those who showed up, many had a positive outlook on Springfest.
I feel like it came out pretty good. The egg hunt was fun. I saw the bouncy house. That was pretty fun to do with my friends. And we kind of just walked around and everything was like, big, yeah.
Despite the circumstances surrounding Springfest, the push for student-led initiative is still prevalent at LE. Students like Dovey Danko and others responsible for this event were still able to make a strong impact on what it means to support a good cause. Reporting for LETV, I'm Peyton Mobley. Thanks, Peyton, for that story. That's all for this week. Be sure to tune in for our next episode on April 24th. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram at LETV Demons to see our new posts about prom and spring break. And remember, go Demons!